Hey internet, it's time to do a bit more Lohnfehl. You started yesterday. Might be one of the more slow burn starts for sure. It's not the space that I expected, that's for sure, but we'll probably get there. I'm not sure how long I stream, I'm feeling a bit eepy. I got up early in the morning as a VTuber, that is icky. I touched Quest today, that is icky. And then I basically had employment tests, which is also icky as a VTuber. Like, do you hear me? That's not what the same anime girl on the internet should be telling you. But Lohnfehl, baby. Also did play a bit more of the see you soon side stories while I was away today. They're pretty neat so far. That's a lot, and I did not have actually the willpower to read more. I was tired, which man, is that what life is like sometimes, too tired to read peak? But yes, let's continue with this peak. Or supposed peak. So far I will say meh, but we are also in the interface of this side story. Woolite Hypercliff can cook, probably. Danger was in like a tidal wave. Silence! Finally. Ever since I entered the city, I've been wondering when I would get to see you. Silence? Ifrit, come over here. Don't worry, Silence. I'm all good here. Good enough to knock out a row of bad guys while carrying you in one arm and running laps around them. You don't beneath me. I can keep Saria with my other arm just to prove it. How heavy would Saria be if she turns into calcium? Stop speaking for a bit. You'll affect the tone readings. Oh, okay. No, that's a sedative bit. I don't like that look. She's sad. Silence lowers her head to examine Ifrit. This actually used to do, with the same meticulous and gentle manners ever. Ifrit feels very nervous. She's never been scared of Silence getting angry at her. One of the first things she learned growing up was that Silence's anger stemmed from a concern for her. She knows that after Silence is angry, she helps her take care of the thing that were doing her harm, and helps her chase off the things that were scaring her. It was not real anger. Aww. But Ifrit is scared of this silent silence. When Silence does not show an ounce of anger and rather is quieter than usual, she realizes something must have hit Silence's limit. The skies in Timos are always gloomy and grey, and the storm clouds are as big as monsters. No wonder you used to always walk into my room with your hair all drenched. Oh, and hot dogs, do you like them? Doctor bought some for me and Rosmontes. I want to buy one with strawberry flavored syrup next time. Strawberry flavored syrup on your hot dog? What are the Americans up to? Is this a okay, you know what? This is where we go on attention. Is this a real thing? A strawberry flavored syrup on hot dog? Strawberry syrup on. I cannot type, that's okay. I guess that's the thing? I mean, I guess it is a dessert dog, okay. That makes it maybe a bit better, I think? I hope? What the fuck? What the fuck are they eating? Silence. I decided to come here myself. I bothered Dr. Calcid about it for a long time, and I also wrote the doctor a super long letter. Wait, I was supposed to read letters? I completed all my courses and trainings in the last few years. I can do a whole lot of missions, just like you and Saria. Not original crystal density has slightly increased. What are estimated rates of increase for that and for cell fusion assimilation? Now, they're within controllable ranges. Won't know the rest of the results until Ifrit returns to the landship for a comprehensive examination. You want me to return to the landship? You guys still don't trust me. No, she didn't care about you. No, Ifrit, I trust you. But There shouldn't be a need for any butts here with Sari around. 4 years ago, I was in this very city, and under the very same signboard. I almost lost you forever. Back then, she was at your side too. No different than right now. But I lived. I've been living good. Sari protected me. So this time I can protect you and everyone with her. With it. Listen to Silence. He's your doctor. You should trust her the most. I trust you too. I trust the doctor and trust Mantis too. There's no difference in the amount of trust I have in you guys. Sorry, I saw you the other day. You were with that mysterious man in a trench coat at the trading factory in District 13. And on the very same day, something fell from the sky. So you were there too. That's not a wine-related secret experiment, right? Of course you won't answer, because this is you trying to protect me and Ifrit. Just 10 minutes ago, Ifrit stopped an assassination attempt on the Vice President. She did well. What? Don't try to conceal information from you, Silence. What I have on hand is also very limited. There's simply too many different factions involved in this. All I can do is try my best to prevent the situation from deteriorating even further. Must put us back on the right track. Got a line from Director Xavier too many times. You're always in control of the station back at Vine Lab. Those horrifying experiments kept popping up, one after another. There will always be someone hurt by the ambition of another, and these wounds will simply be healed by criminal charges and trials. I know, she lost faith. I know after the bullshit at Vine Labs, I guess I kinda get it though. Not to mention, a trial should have never happened in the first place. I can't help but wonder, when you people finally extinguish this fire, does not money will be left lying in the ruins, breathing their last breaths just like if it was. You perceive the situation more thoroughly and clearly than I can. You still choose out of habit, help them control. You hope to minimize any damage, and preferably shrink it until it becomes unnoticeable, rather than put a stop to the morality as its source. I can't deny that. Xavier, I've been waiting years to ask you a question. The ability to make a channel stand against Vine, is it because deep in your bones you've always been the same as them? The same as Control? Nah, come on, she's one of the good ones, don't do this to Xavier. Sniper! Right, that's one way to get out of this dialogue. Silence, get down! Ifrit! What? Right, and this is how Xavier died. That is why we have to replace her with Shu like tomorrow. Xavier? White calcium crystals floated before her eyes. They had briefly protected her and Ifrit just moments ago. Now they disintegrate silently as the caster falls. Confirmed hit on the target. Man. See, that's why you never trust the military. Great. This high-powered energy weapon is capable of blasting a hole into an armored vehicle. And yet it wasn't able to penetrate her arts. But Jesus, how powerful is Xavier? The sent Ruler into her arts are tough as shit. Harder than power armor. You mean to say there's a possibility she might survive? Possibility. I'm so fed up with that word. All those researchers tossing it around. What I want is results. Definite results. And what happened with the Vice President? Mainlander won't give us a second chance. The Job team is still on standby. Should we order them to withdraw? No need. Give them something else to do. It's like how we dealt with that eyesore of a mover, and don't let anyone causing chaos in Vine get off scot-free. It's time for these idiots who think they can do whatever they want with just a few companies under their belts to wake up. No one can challenge the Colombian army's authority on Colombian soil and get away with it. Move. Rick, I didn't give you Vine's contact so you to track it into the gutter. But he's still successful at it. Which is why you've used your channels to thin Vine. The guilty are often the first to complain, Ferdinand. Are you aware of our current situation? Someone disrupted the intel, and the detonator went off too early. And now? The point is, if I already spun the story that this has nothing to do with Jackson at all. I laugh my propaganda. Did you see? It's the destination failed. Is satisfied? Come on, verdammt. Put away whatever weapon you're hiding. You really think you can even leave a scratch on me? Nah, okay, fair, couldn't. Relax, I don't blame you. Blake pats Fallon's cheek twice. Unexpected, Blake's eyes to be filled with a murderous intent. But to his surprise, all he sees is a smile. He's just used to betrayal. Carrying out destination within Vine, given our current intel, would have been extremely difficult, even without your meddling. Even now, Kami is all that's on your mind. Loyalty to your own desires isn't necessarily a bad thing, though. I'm serious, Verdant. That's not marble trait. You're fit to be a soldier. But now that we've failed, what of it? This is the beginning. It's a good thing that Melander has us pinned down. You notice how many of my superiors have been waiting ages to strike out against them? Before the station spirals out of control, our losses will only win me more support. Yippee, I see we're playing for teachers, and the things really spiral. Trust me, you don't want to know how things will end for me. You both will be banished failures, yippee! Of course, I can't guarantee how they'll end for you either. I stick to our agreement to help you find Kristen. We can still turn the tables once we have her in our grasp. It goes for the both of us, and Vine too. I go meet with Java. Sure, by all means. Let's see if it's luck or fate that will catch up to us first. Squad A, search that side. Squad B, conduct a search over here. Our targets are a hooded figure with no weapon, and a feline girl able to use highly lethal arts. Man, I wonder who they're talking about. They would never get us. Doctor, my terminal lit up. That means it's time for me and Ife to meet up. By canceling her presence. Our plan has succeeded. Vine should be safe for now. This place isn't safe at all. There are too many laboratories here. You're off tight. The same white walls, just like a maze. Oh no. It's time for trauma. Ife hates this kind of place the most. Whenever she talks about those memories, bursts become shorter and her hands get cooler than usual. I want to go find her. I want to see my friend get hurt. These walls aren't so tough. Just give me the order, and I can get you out of here easily. Can't expose ourselves yet. Thank you very much for choosing not to smash up our walls. We imported the material from Casinos. They're very expensive. Okay, but what the hell is in your walls? There's no need to be so nervous, little girl. As you can clearly see, I'm only a businessman. Nothing but a fountain pen and a wallet in my pocket. It's you. Didn't expect to see you here, Director Fitzroy. Sure enough, my next meeting just happens to be around the corner, so I figured I would greet our guests on my way over. Areas C and D have been searched. There's a ton of conference rooms in front. Prepare to check them one by one. Enemies in the corridors, and a lot of them too. Give me the order, Doctor. We have company. A hero working behind the scenes to prevent a terrible conspiracy, but soon to become the target of a clandestine arrest. In Columbia, these sorts of stories are common enough. We should make a movie out of this, and such a script wouldn't fetch a good price in Rankwood. At the end of the day, it is the party being obstructed by the establishment and wanting to punish them for it. Or the other party is patching a commission to let this yet-to-be-exposed deal sink into the abyss. What do you think? Seems like there's no need for guesses here. You included, Director Fitzroy. Surely shows up here at this moment for more than a greeting. Oops, would you look? Just look at the time. They're waiting for me to start our meeting. Hope I haven't disrupted your plans too much, just by stalling you a bit. Doctor, please stand back. I'm going to begin attacking. Director Fitzroy. My friends call me Justin Jr., but I'm not your friend. God damn it. Military seeing us together won't be good for you. What if I told them that a young and beautiful feline lady by your side has something to do with a top-secret military experiment? It would rightfully be covered in dust and long unused. Is that a reminder from a friend? A choice lies with you. Remind me, there's so many of our excellent employees have you already poached from Violet. Was it 8 or 10? Java has been thinking about getting acquainted with whoever runs your HR. Since Woods Island and Vinelab have been cooperating so closely. Next time we meet, I might even have a contract for you with an offer you can't refuse. Looking forward to it. Alright, I won't bother you and Miss Feline here any longer. By the way, Dr. Lyra, after you get back, please ask Musa a question for me. When she goes out to eat, what's her preferred cuisine? What would it be? Is she the pizza kind of woman? Or is it sushi? Only one conference room left. The target is most likely inside. Where to breach? It's empty? And you hear sounds now. What sound? Sound of water. How wonderful it is. It's a lively energy, strong enough to fight even fate itself. Savia. Savia. She's not responding. No way! I guess no more Savia forever. SMH. Her head suffered a serious impact, and for her vital signs are there, she's still in critical condition. She needs emergency treatment. Ifrit, help me lift her arms. So heavy. Don't even think about hurting Savia again. Silence. I can burn a way out for us, and we can go try and meet up with the doctor. No, people watching us are definitely also after Woods Island. Yes, the military is already inside Vine, and the friends might not be able to protect themselves. Director Chara? Come with me, kids. Don't just sit by and watch the other front of Violet fall here. Mr. Vice President, Congress call back. It's regarding the bill to dismantle those military bases. They're ready to move the hearing up. In addition, the justice who reached out to us earlier has hinted that she's willing to cooperate with us to overturn the previous ruling. The military is going to pay for the recklessness. They have an optimistic estimate that Colonel Blake will be out of Timorous within the next 12 hours. Everything is waiting for your decision, sir. A call should be coming in powered. As the prophecies have foretold, yippee. Yes, this is Vice President's summary office. Yes, he's right next to me. Yes. Mr. Vice President, it's... Hand it over. I know he's looking for me. Alright. Understand. I feel the same. I'm about to let everyone down. I'm not about to let everyone down at this critical juncture. Mr. Vice President, about the bill. Shelf it. There's no need to put this matter onto the agenda for the next 6 months. Is that an order from the Melander Foundation? But how many casualties were there in that mess from your report? We made 30 military operatives. How much money do we spend on training these soldiers every year? Ooh, 3 million to train a combat-ready man to DoD standards, sir. That is insane. So basically just lost 90 million in cash and 30 outstanding talents. That's right. So there's no need to ask whose orders it is. The decision is in the best interests of Columbia. We'll get me a meeting with Plague. It's time for us and the DoD to work together. Understood. I will always remember the day the election results came in. I thought smugly to myself that I could finally sit behind the desk of my dreams. I received the biggest shock of my life. I actually have to do work. Back then, I almost thought my country was caught up in a huge conspiracy. But I've come to realize that's not what's happening. Columbia isn't wrapped in any conspiracy, and Melander isn't the shadow government I thought it was. It's just silly things happening in an orderly way. That's what makes it seem like we've been making real progress. I'm still just a regular guy, and then something crazy pops into my head. The video was caught in the explosion. Then, would I be remembered as a motivator for Columbia? Or just tossed in the dustbin of history as an incompetent politician? It sounds like people would probably use your death at least for political gain, but you will not be forgotten. Is that something? I don't know, man. What do you think? Vesperson looks around the empty office as if waiting for the omnipresent heir to answer his question. What do you think, player? Landerman standing so close to the apex of Columbian power size. Man, power mix only, huh? Voltaire won't be bothering you any longer. So why the long face? Huh. Oh, Oliek, you're a difficult woman to reach. Sorry about that. My boss, who I've not seen in a long time, has popped on over to Timor's. Needs some time to compile my reports. The fated Tinman has forgot to send me any copies. That's why I come to answer your questions personally. Oh, that is service. As long as it's something I know, I'm happy to tell all. Alright, you're the primary representative for the Melander Foundation's Swine Slapped desk. So tell me, what exactly is the main instigator of all this malacry? Where's Kristen White right now? She's in a place that not even the finest of Columbia's commanders are able to reach. He's now documented by the Melander Foundation. There's nowhere in Columbia like that. It's not on any map of the country, at least for now. Even though the location might overlap with our territory. It is truly out of our line of sight. Did we have a space limit? So you mean, Mr. Vice President, you're no doubt familiar with Project Exploration. A logical undertaking spanning multiple years led by the Melander Historical Association. Or rather, our Tin Man. Those ancient ruins buried under the vast wasteland. Exactly. Coincidentally, we also came across this information during a recent raid operation on wine-related personnel. Exploration records? These records are currently in the hands of a former executive of WineLab, close friend of Kristen White's, as well as an offshore company with an existing criminal record in Columbia. It's not our fault, okay? And it is the most coincidental thing that this company called Waltz Island has a working relationship with my dear leader. Man. Yeah, it's just a coincidence. A water purification circulation system. You could also call it a sewage drain. Yeah, but you know, you need to overcomplicate everything just to be sure. It used to have another name, Locus of Sorcery, one of the most primitive weapons of witchcraft from the Tikas. But that's his actual full name. think it was installed on the Pioneer team's nomadic temporary housing. So it's certain that this device's core components have already long been lost. All that is left are the outermost pipes, and you people had a reasonable idea of how to recycle it. We'll take that as a compliment on behalf of the Columbians, madame. This country has gone through hard times. During the Great Expansion, supplies were scarce. Every object was classified into only one of the two qualities, useful or useless. This may be a medium of some magnificent memories in your eyes, but to the ordinary people living in Columbia, they are useful pipes that will not be bustling anytime soon. After all, no matter how old an object is, or how great an era it has seen, was unable to be comprehended by people of the current era will be no different from scrap. Our own levels of understanding are but restricted by our own time and space, and they are not exempt either. The same goes for Kristen White. She couldn't have drawn her power from a Tika-like legacy, and whatever outside force she has borrowed power from is much more powerful than that. I mean, okay, I know that's gonna be a spaceship. I know that much. I play things out of order because I'm cringe. There's still 32 technologies waiting to be rolled out. Most of these are not on the Mainlander Historical Association's exploration records. I presume you won't be needing my company for whatever's coming next. Sure enough, but this will not affect our partnership with Mainlander. Yes, indeed. This has always been your way of going about things. You're hoping that Quiz will not get hold of that technology. You also hope that Columbia won't be able to prematurely pocket that fortune for themselves. Still, the same as always, selfless and neutral. I have one more thing to ask of you. We can discuss that first, madame. Dr. Lyra and those two girls. You said there's some roads that only I can take. I could trouble you to take care of them when it's inconvenient for me to do so. Oh, I misjudged you. You have changed after all, madame. More human than you once were. Yippee! Character development. No one or thing is forever unchangeable, Revenant. Mr. Tinman, all we can do is to accept these changes. Hey, Doctor, you good? I should rain in the water and not let it enter the respiratory tract. Or could it be that my skills have gotten rusty after not using them for so long? The doctor probably bumped that hood on something and passed out. Sorry. So because of that, Justin Jr. suddenly dumped a stack of papers on me. But all the directors have to fill them out or we won't get our funding for next year. It was close. I almost didn't make it. Didn't make it to what? Oh, you're awake, Doctor. Eat a moo. Good morning? No, good evening. It's morning somewhere every time, okay? This isn't wine. Yep. I was manipulating my water around when I knew you were in trouble. And two of you were about to be discovered when I found you, so I wrapped you up in water and brought you here. I was in a hurry, so excuse the bumpy ride, okay? I owe you one. You saved me once, and now I cut your back. Oh, who knows whose turn will be next? Doctor, I know you just woke up. Gotta tell you some bad news. Seems like Saya got attacked at the same time you were. Is she okay? I'm not sure about the specifics, but that's Xavier, you know? Other than diamonds, she wouldn't be in any serious danger, right? Big question is what do you do next? Because I've gotten a feeling that once the military gives you a warning, you don't give up so easily. The installation here is... Actually, what's our installation is far from hunky-dory. Osmondes. Osmondes? Outside! The corridor. Someone is walking toward us. Huh? I was so cautious on the way here. The army couldn't possibly have tailed us that easily. Or could it be the Melander guys? Like Mr. Tin Can and his pets? Secret agents like to pop up like this, don't they? Osmondes, is it a Tin Man? I don't know. I don't feel anything special. The feeling I'm getting is very normal. It's like, can you take a look around the area? Hmm? You want me to send a few eyes out there? You got it. Interesting. Finally. Sorry, am I late? I wanted to see you as soon as you got to Amorth. Unfortunately, our work took much longer than expected. You are... Wait, I remember that mug from the docks. You're Loken Williams? Loken? Yes, it is I. You must have received my letter, Narcissa. Who is Narcissa? My name is Osmondes. It's my only name. You. No matter. What's important is that you've come. Tell the truth, I've been a bit nervous ever since I sent the letter. To see that you're willing to meet me makes me a very happy man. What fucked up backstory do we get with this? We gotta walk for their suffering. To go with the flow or against it. Well, you always go with the flow. You just create your own flow, right? I do want to replace you. Who do I want to bring? I do BEB, I'm sorry. It really probably won't be too long of a stream. I know, it's sad. You know what, when in doubt, I'll bring Soli again, I like
제 미약한 힘으로나마 최선을 다하겠습니다.
I also really should do the side story for Sekiku's module at some point. You wrote the letter? You wanted me to come here? Yes, my child. I even wanted to go looking for you myself. But time is short, so I had no choice but to have a friend deliver that letter to Woods Island. Yes, Woods Island, that's what it was. After the disaster, I heard that organization took you in. Have they been treating you well? Yeah, my family. Exactly. Dr. Calcite, Amir, the doctor, Case, Radian, and everyone in the squad. They're all my family. We are family, let's go. So you mean you found a new family? Oh no, Gramps is gonna be sad. The Freeman coughs violently, and his naturally cooked body seems to droop even lower. He stares at Osmondes as if wanting to go move to her, but a thin wall of water stops him in his tracks. Mulsai knows who he is, and so do you. This is the very same name that popped up many times in Osmondes' files. The criminal that should have been well behind bars has suddenly appeared before you, acting as a second parent rushing to visit his grandchild after work. You came here alone to find Osmondes. That's what I wanted. Nothing to do with anyone else. Let me Let me get a good look at you. You've grown up, girl. Over the past 4 years. No, it should be 5 soon enough. I thought of you so many times while we've been apart. Yeah, you know, that's probably not the kind of thing you actually should say out loud, you know. It's bad optics saying that to a child, to a minor. No. When I think about the time we were separated from each other, I just feel so sorry. I'm sorry that I couldn't protect you from them. Those mediocre hacks with their superficial goals. This were the future we could have had together. The future? We were supposed to live together? But I don't remember you. Oof. Should I have remembered this? I record everything I don't want to forget in my terminal. I've forgotten who I am. I've lost all your memories and forgotten the wrongs I've done. Are you a bad man? Did you do something bad to me? Yeah. That's not for me to answer, my child. It would make this meeting meaningless. Instead you judge me without knowing anything. Your memory loss, it should not have been an effect of the experiments. It would have been another party. Melander. Perhaps wine? Don't aim those eyes my way, Mr. Williams. I'm just a teensy-weensy director of ecological. Besides, even if the old goat was here, it's because code of ethics wouldn't be any worse than yours, right? This has nothing to do with ethics. We're talking about creating the future here. Woods Island. Did you wipe the girl's memories and manipulate her emotions? No, see, that's more a Babel thing. We're not like them. I won't dignify that with a response. Yes, you couldn't have done that. It was my work after all. It was meticulous that no one could have possibly stripped away such an important part of her when her vitals were functioning normally. Oh, I see now. It was me after all. Perhaps I didn't make enough observations. Yes. I didn't have the luxury of time. Much of consciousness is honestly beyond anything a layman could comprehend. What the fuck did they actually do? This is where I should have actually read was what this is biased before this or something. But considering how traumatized she was, yeah, time to beat you up actually. But I guess we won't. Or could it be that you passed your memories onto your sibling? I don't know how to answer you. There must be a way. Let me think. Any fragment of that incident is beyond meaningless. Same as records and data, they all belong in the garbage dump. But emotions, shapes, scents. Oh yes, smells. That's it. Smell on my finger. Wait, floral scent? It smells like fresh juice, smeared on the walls and on my hands. Normal things to remember. No! Stop thinking about it! I don't want this! Yes, I knew it. I'm still somewhere in your memories. Please, child, bring out those memories. Remember your hatred for me. Let your anger fill your body, your mind, your omnipresent spirit. Do you just want to get murdered by her? Stop. You're hurting Osmondes. Hurting her? No. The pain comes from the past, not the present. I only want to give her the gift she's been longing for. This is torture. You actually understand her pain. Everything you know about her and her experience is second-hand information from Melander. You think she has the right to be angry, hold resentment. Oh, I know. Both you and Melander are walking the same path. You want her easy to control, because you're afraid of her. I'm not afraid of my daughter. Afraid of... Excuse me. A weapon of reignited anger. Weapon. Everything you experience with Osmondes and Chernobog comes flooding back before your eyes. The fight's desperate with determination to live alongside the pain of farewells. Yes, You've heard the term used many a time in the past to describe the feline girl by your side. She felt it was harsh before, but this time it's unbearable. Because it came out of Logan Williams' mouth, the root cause that led those monsters here in the first place. You have many ideas on how to refute his claims. It also occurs to you that if Calcite were here, capable of coming up with an even more extensive response, another thought comes to mind before your words. I mean, we have to go for a good punch here, right? I mean, the man deserves this. I see. You're outraged by my words, that's fine. Not willing to think of her as a weapon. But just look at her. She's standing in front of you, even wielding a sword for you. You did upset her for sure. Doctor, please get behind me. My sword might be about to pierce through the building's outer walls. Sponsors you. Enemies. The enemy is closing in quickly. I will protect you, Doctor. Mine still feels like it's a mess. But Dr. Calcite and Amir told me my mental state is a lot more stable now. It allowed me to protect you. And this is one thing I can definitely do. I know. Doctor, before it's silent. You truly care for her. You should know what she really needs. Just ask yourself this. What are you trying to protect? A soldier that would die for you, or a child with a traumatic past? The question's not difficult to answer, but it's obvious that Logan is not interested in your reply. He just wants you to think, have you heard about rhetorical questions? From the moment he stepped into the room, he has been staring directly at the white feline girl next to you, his turbid gaze full of enthusiasm, sorrow, and a certain kind of anticipation. They're here. Such a pity that this is the end of our meeting. You're not ready yet, my child. But I know you will be. I will be waiting for you at home. Hold it. You actually caught up. No, you were waiting for me. Which one of you is your true self? Silent one in the room earlier, or the one right here? She's probably just sitting at home drinking tea. That's not important. Virgin arts are quite interesting. Perhaps. No, forget it. I don't have time for this curiosity. Do you have business with me, Director of Vylab? Where's Kristen? But you are the wine one here. Are you sure you should be asking me that? Hey, you are still also wearing Vylab's coat. Excuse me, you're part of this mess. Only way you could have gotten out of business with her help. Your being here means the work she entrusted to you is already complete. She's done preparing, right? Is really planning to. Beautiful girl. Hey, what about to let a rotten geezer who looks like he hasn't showered in 3 days call me pitiful? Astonished, unwilling and anxious. You're afraid, little girl. You're afraid of being betrayed by those you trust, of being abandoned by others. But the worst is your confusion. You're such a complete loss. At such a complete loss. I have no choice but to ask an outsider like me. Such a familiar feeling it is. My teacher handed all my research to Melander, and he expelled me from the academy. My students submitted all my data to the military before I did. I just speed up my experiments, leading to that ultimate failure. And my family sold everything we had in DC and disappeared. Okay, see, I might be an evil scientist that is reckless. But have you considered I got betrayed and was that once? I saw that very same look in the mirror. My eye bags can be that bad. I just don't get it. Why would she trust that wretched woman from Melander and you over Xavier, or... You're stalling for time here? Did I actually... I don't know. If you're waiting for Holiak to pick you up, I won't necessarily lose, you know? You don't want for an enemy. You don't want me for an enemy, girl. Huh? You really think you could stop Quiz and die just by catching up to me? Or maybe you want to catch me to catch Quiz? Be smart, Ono. Once I falls into a daze, Loken turns his back and yet she still doesn't act. Only when the familiar wind and care caresses her face so mockingly does she realize that Loken is no longer anywhere to be seen on the streets. Let him go. What am I doing? Sorry, he caught you off guard, okay? It's rough. You'll say? Sorry, she was occupied by something. Oh, Doctor. I'm right here. But everything is that crystal clear. Yes, sir. Will your clone manage to stop Loken? Clone? Yes, my clone outside. Doctor, you guessed right. Couldn't have let such a terminally ill old man come here by himself. Why has assistant got him away? I want you to get one thing. Loken Williams is definitely involved in Kristen's plans. The home that Loken spoke of. The puzzle pieces are overlapping. And they're pointing right at Kristen right side out. It's all coming together. We are the best detectives by not doing anything. Doctor, the terminal. There's a new message. It's from Melander. What the coinky dink? I was just wondering when we were gonna see that Tin Man again. You got offed up by the army because of him. That's so divine that he should make it up to you, isn't it? Osmanthus, are you ready to proceed with the mission? Yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. That's my daughter. You'll say? Huh? Thank you for helping Osmanthus. Our cooperation is far from over. They're going to wear out in those words if I keep standing on ceremony, you know? Hard concept, but imagine thanking the people about in your life. Doctor, do you really trust me so much? What did you say? Nothing. Alright, let's get moving. Silence. Is the temperature okay? Not too hot. You're controlling it very well. Savia's body temperature has stabilized. You should be out of danger. If it, you should rest for a bit. Using original arts for a long time will wear you out. No, I'm staying with Savia. So remember back in the right room. She kept me company when I was stuck in that bed. I was always in pain, my mind was totally messed up, and I couldn't stop myself from burning everything I saw. I don't even have a clear picture of every visit. I just know that every time I opened my eyes, she would there at my bedside. I felt so relieved. She would be there at my bedside. Yeah, I'm not tired, he just had a typo. So now I want to stay here and keep her company, even though she won't open her eyes. I'm sure she can feel that I'm here. I mean, that's true for some people, right? I'm sure she can. Just needs a bit more sleep. Yeah, you know, just a long, nice nap. And a lot of ibuprofen. Something still feels off. What's wrong? I just realized Savia isn't that much taller than I am. Also, her palms are soft. Such pretty nails too. Just like your hands, Silence. Yes. Savia's, of course, an ordinary human. I'm afraid she's quite far from ordinary. Vector Java? She prefers to solve problems by herself without a word. She always keeps a straight face and deters people from voicing their opinions. Would you like to make a guests or so many employees from defense, I had to offer psychological counseling year after year. Are you unhappy with Savia? No, actually, she did fine work and sent people over when they had mental illnesses. I'm proud of her. Unhappy? One year, I asked Kristen if she was sad on transferring a researcher to make the head of the defense section. Guess what a woman there did when she found out? She threw 3 dozen listening devices onto my desk, and right in my face, shattered them to pieces for newly developed arts. An unfortunate thing, as a couple of them were operating on behalf of some of our dear government departments. We were just a little wary of such a rapidly progressing tech company. Hey, you know, most are accidents, you can probably tell them, right? I was happy to share some controllable information with them, get them to ease up a little. I spent some time dealing with the trouble that came with the incident, but who could deny the determination and skill of that young woman? Yes, Savia has always been like that. Sure enough, many years have come and gone, and if you compare her then and now, it doesn't seem like there's been much development. That's why we wait for the Savia altar. She's the most resolute and determined woman I know. Whoever said she wasn't? I've watched she and Kristen walk the paths, and well aware just how decisive and strong she is. But even such an outstanding individual can't stand against the whole damn country. Let her take on these obstacles she hasn't overcome in all this time. She'll only be smashed to bits. Here. Parkies? Pick Savia and Ifrit and leave before it's too late. Savia wouldn't want that. No, she wouldn't. But she cannot say no right now. I'm not talking for Savia right now. Aren't you the type to go, innocent lives shouldn't be put at risk? This girl shouldn't be involved, and neither should you. No one needs to die here. No, sad silence. I need a bit more time. Director Chara? You actually get calls? You have friends? I'm afraid we're out of time. Take the secret passageway out. Now. What's wrong? An old friend has come knocking. I mean, I get that he could go with the military. That he actually would go out in the open public though. I guess it's also not that public, but yeah, man. The conference room. Whenever we had meetings, Parvis would sit by the window. Mulesize likes to sit in the middle, and you, like the child, you sit here, furthest from Kristen. And you're the same as before, always standing behind somebody else's seat. How nostalgic. Would you like something to drink? But wine, or should you pop open the champagne? Is there an occasion? Of course, Mr. Ferdinand Clooney is enjoying a career upgrade. Also returned to Winelab. Sounds like a cause for celebration? I think I'm here as the army's guide. No. They have their own plans for wine. I don't approve at all, because I know that if something happens to the Vice President while he is here, as the end of the company. Kristen can ignore the existence of Winelab, but not me. Run today went off without a hitch. Won't play dumb with me, Chara. You may not know just what kind of people run the army. They could repeat today's adventure anytime they want. So before those savages rip a dozen years worth of time and effort to shreds, you just tell me the truth. What exactly is Kristen doing? Did Colonel Blake not tell you? The very first day Dr. White disappeared, I handed every document about controlling their projects right over to them. And for the record, it happened more than once. Worked days of overtime just for this. Dr. White, as if you two have the most ordinary collaborative relationship. Should I show Blake the picture hidden in the darkest corner of your office drawer? Well, I saw a dear HR director already come up with an explanation for why she's hidden the New Year's card that Kristen wrote her 2 decades ago. That's just an old photo. Kids aren't as cute as Twilight behaved after they grow up. Excuse me? Pertinent. You know that better than me. That sock in it at side 359 is still smarting? But now you're just really rubbing salt into the wound. He's gone into hiding, like a child clinging to a favorite toy. But it's not a toy, it's a goddamn super weapon with some real forbidden secrets behind it. So you should find and track her out if you still care about her. Or do you rather watch her die for the weakest of ideals? Even if I couldn't bear to watch her go that far ahead, how do you suppose that stopping her is within my power? Is this Kristen we're talking about, Ferdinand? She will take everything you have. Do you think she would ever leave such a major weakness? If you really want to defeat the relationship between me and her vulnerability, so easily within your grasp? Good. Great. You refuse to cooperate. And what about others? For example... Saria. You rescued her, and you've hidden her somewhere around here. You're so willing to talk to me, just to buy her more time to escape. Let's say she manages to escape. Where could she even go to? Have you heard about Rhodes Island? It's a pretty cozy place, all things considered. Rhodes Island, caught up in the same mess. Other group of millennial agents who love spinning webs just as much as you do. No idea what you're talking about. The military just picked up a new piece of intelligence. Xavier, as well as the company behind her, Rhodes Island, are suspected of helping Kristen steal classified information pertaining to national security. Maybe working at Hawaiian Lab for more than a decade has made you naive enough to assume your old boss was some hero of justice. Let's do the stage, and afterwards I'm probably gonna take a quick vino.
괜찮아. 내 머리 위 형광등이 나아갈 길을 비춰줄 거니까. 뭐,
I mean, that is kind of very straightforward. So I guess all the gonna have flights. This is bullshit, won't they? I'll put you here.
모두 계산대로다.
I don't think I really have a preference to up and down at this point in time, though, do I? At least I don't know why I would care if I'm 100% honest. I mean, okay, I guess those kind of would want me to go up, but I could also just shoot them. You know, they cannot do anything if they're like that. Great concept, I know.
우연히도 눈이 모든 것을 묻어버리기를.
Let's just have no. I guess I can still put you down for now, just to speed up. I have no idea what I actually would want in life. But man, this is such a small, easily defensible lane. I love it. This. Okay. This man actually does take a lot of hits, all things considered. I mean, this is still supposed to be low level, right? Why? Okay, my game did not do well there, but it's okay. Probably. But yeah, I think they're just overpowered enough to even just shoot anybody down that wants to fly.
이쪽으로 와.
What are good? I mean, somebody like Murder is like way to be on button duty if the buttons are out of the way like this, isn't she in theory? Oh yeah, now I've forgotten. And now I remember where I should put in Project Med again. I do not have my fast redeploy with me. Guess I should also maybe level up Crownslayer. Guess it's gonna be expensive to invest into her, but I do know that like with the module on like level 3 and stuff like that, she actually becomes a good unit, right?
리더, 제 베르스 데오 몰리테.
We can do that instead of Suli again. Oh yeah, it would make sense since I guess I replaced him with BNCs. It's still slightly fast to deploy, even not as fast, but yeah, kinda same niche. But yes, as I said, just a quick break so I can stretch my legs, keep myself awake. So I'll be back in like 3 minutes. BRB. That's the one thing. You're not supposed to see that. But BRB, baby. Okay, and we are back. The user stands of sewers and spots where the light doesn't reach. His alleys are all the same. Urban planners probably can't afford to invent new ways to do their jobs so the speedy cities pop out of the barren lands. It's just too bad that you miss out on the local scenery if you use these nooks and crannies too much. Why does my... How much? Okay, let me refresh my preview. Is my stream that delayed? How long is the fucking delay on this? It should be better. Am I right, my good subordinate? It's better to get a view of the city from above. A gust of wind blows through the empty alley. All the unexhaled smoke rings roll back into the cracks in his metal. The Tin Man wonders if this is an opportune time to hack a few calves as if joking. A lighter floats wide in front of him as soon as the embers of a cigarette die out. But now it's such a lamentable assessment for a city like this with no history. I guess it white would actually speaking. Yippee! Holy heck. You're supposed to make contact 3 days ago. She was busy with side quests, okay? Oh, I had the impression you're not particularly punctual yourself. If you could just tone down your volume. Why did you pick this place for our meeting? Did you forget? The factory in District 13 is close by. Did you find the item from the other day? Yes, but unfortunately, there are only fragments left. Fragments of stars with no way to guide the lost. Fragments of stars. It's just an old star map. Part of an old star map. And Kristen, where is she? Well, you're watching the sky. You get a clear view of the sky without the skyscrapers around. You think Kristen might be hiding in a star up there. So, how are we supposed to find her? It's time for our, space race. Ask Ursus for a space shuttle. Oh, Holyek, you went into the library 2 months ago. She went to the library of Runa? I'm a historian. Isn't it basically my job to visit libraries? Talking about Melander's library here. I don't recall authorizing that. I mean, this is how libraries work. You just go in and look at a book. And I can't contain my curiosity. Just like right now. I could trouble my employer with a question that I've been awfully curious about. What is it? Your smoke. Other than the clouds you puff out, your wisps that slip into your body. Where exactly do they go? And I assume he says some internal organs and everything, right? He probably still can take a shit, I hope. Maybe? Is this why you have the tip of your tail on my chest? I swear my favorite scent on you. History. That sounds kind of like an insult. So if it's at all possible, I'd love to get a good look at every little piece of your body for my research. Excuse me. Where should I start? Your head? Chest? Extremities? Well, heck. You're not getting paid for this. Do you really think betraying a Melander Foundation is the right choice here? Of course not. Melander holds most of this country's secrets, and the Columbia's secrets can be traded for wealth, or used as murder weapons, almost as great as money. I spent 3 whole years before I finally managed to get into this historical society. Spent another 3 to gain your trust. What kind of organization is it actually? I thought it would be just from the sounds of it, it has been kind of FBI or some shit. I don't. Is Melander actually the Stonemasons? I guess so. Sounds like it. But you know what 6 years means to me. Being a Melander agent has already taken 1/7 of my life. Then you shouldn't be wasting the rest of it behind bars on the run. Yes, I know. And yet, my time here isn't enough to face what I've been yearning for my whole life. What difference does it make if I live another 10 years or 1 more minute? Melander won't allow anyone, least of all a defected agent, to access information they shouldn't be accessing. A shame you only have me to see in your last moments. Well, she will survive. Man, it would be funny. I mean, I think actually Tillman is, I think, a welfare from Nias, right? But man, imagine getting her and then just running them into the team together. Wouldn't it be funny? You can do so many funny pairings actually with the operators you get. And I can only pray to the stars so that that won't speak so easily. Fine, let me switch up the question. You really think you can kill me? I never know until I try. Yeah, she's not wrong. Hey, Hanakiri. Heute ist einfach nur Matter. Exactly. Yeah, manipulation shouldn't be affecting me. No, this isn't a Kukulkan ability at all. You know me just so well, don't you? Unfortunately, I'm not exactly completely clueless as to what you are. Ordinary arts have no effect on you, but... Curse. Power of the oldest Sarkha's witchcraft, a soul-imprisoned curse. It's been an awfully long time since you've had a taste of something like this. But 1 year when a Melander agent went deep into the bleached wasteland to investigate the ruins of the Sarkha's royal court, suffered an unprecedented life-threatening injury. Bleached wasteland. I don't really know where this is, do I? I didn't expect Melander to leave those files intact. I can't afford it. I ventured into Melander's top secret database just for Quisten. I did remind him that documenting everything isn't necessarily a good habit to have all the time. According to you, only the long-lived would have such an extensive memory, while the rest of us just want to cap as much knowledge as we can, and actually come up with different methods. Otherwise, how could we short-lived beings hope to resist the control of people like you? You really want to destroy this body. You probably need a little more time. I have 2 minutes to spare. It's not even going to come out of hiding to greet me. Banshee? Oh. Nasty time. Yippee! I do like her. And you're just talking about how unwilling you are to show yourself. Yeah, but she doesn't want you to kill yourself or something. I guess that I have no interest in watching you murder your own boss. But he's more than just that. Oh, old acquaintances, are you? Trust me? No, not at all. But my blood knows him. Fascinating. I've been over it many times, and this guy here doesn't smell Sarkha's. Be careful of any tricks he might play. I don't want him to resurrect right after all the trouble I've gone through to kill him. I won't let him interfere with the next step of the plan. I can do that. A delicate trap you've laid. I'd guess that Hoyak might have planted something in the sky. Didn't expect a Banshee's curse to be hidden in the noise of the construction site. My blood has taught me the power of words. The sound of machinery clashing and colliding is the language I hear most. How long have you been playing this game? I guess it's roughly 10 months at this point. Something like that. Sounds about right. But yeah. I'm still mostly just occupied with catching up with the main story, or at least important things to the main story I say while doing a side story. Since I do read to fucking everything, slowly but surely. But yeah, kinda has been a good time for, I think, starting the game when I started, since so many meta units that released Autoploy about to betray you. It's gonna be interesting once actually events get rerun that I actually played at the time. The first few auto reruns will be horrible. Even I don't even have them because I still had to use donor units. I did not play CCC, no. The only other gacha games, I mean, I'm playing Limbus otherwise. I also played a little bit of Nikke in the past and like Chaos Zero Nightmare, but that's mostly it on gacha games. I guess I also played Genshin for like a month. But everybody in the Quammer played Genshin in their lives. My blood has taught me the power of words, and the sound of machinery clashing and colliding is the language I hear most. An amazing talent to have fooled even me. There are only a few banshees, including those in the royal court, who could make me suffer like this. Were you born in Castle, or the Valley of the Banshees? It doesn't matter. My blood is not pure enough. I haven't experienced any grand events either. Right now, I'm just an engineer living in Columbia doing whatever I want. You found a home in Columbia? Hey, it works. She's probably happy in what's I want to say, my lab. What about you? So many years have passed by in the flesh. I've heard that over the past 2 centuries, those two youths, Favises and Favisa, finally built castles in a magic city. Yeah, and then they decided to do the funniest prank ever. I don't even know myself what castle looks like today. The street still is crowded, the flags hanging on the city walls unchanged for a millennium. Undying furnace in the core is still as hot as ever. I mean, I think the furnace is still running, I hope. Can you relight my cigarette, child? There's still a spark can't hold the remaining warmth of your soul. I know, I only want to stay a little longer to ask you a few more questions. What did you see in Kristen's dreams? The future. Okay, Queen of Wake posting. As they actually promised you, a change to the Sarkha's fate. We believe she can do what no one has been able to accomplish over the past millennium. Oh, she only showed me a possibility. A possibility that came from within myself. Alright, engineer girl, if I could just trouble you to ask my darling employer if he has any last words. The quiet never ends. The life of a gacha player. The fire's almost out. Time moves too fast for an old man like me. Oh, come on, you cannot complain, you're immortal. You don't count as old. Last question is mine. An ancient one like you must have seen the fall of many castles. And surely you must have thought of in search for a place. Where is the Sarkha's promised land? Ooh, that is a loaded question. Promised land, Maybe it's up in the stars. Maybe we should colonize the planet. Time's up! A silvery green tail shatters the Tin Man's sigh with a strong burst of wind. The last spike whistles out at the same time the cigarette hits the ground. Whip. What was this sound effect? Okay, you know, Sarkha's died, got it. A bone whistle sounds. Monsters never heard such a sound. Either the residents in their deep sleep or the office workers working overtime will be aware of what has just happened. Other than those who've made an appointment. Osmondus, did you hear that? Eh? Logos was too busy to come to the Moors, right? Well, I guess we have Nasty for this. Eternal says Logos has a lot to do. Hasn't trained with me for a long time, so I've been using my full strength for my sessions. I just like to think Logos is everywhere at once whenever he is just needed to play his flute. It's been hard for Blaze and Sharp. Blaze and Sharp always complain that training with me is more tiring than going out on missions. Hey, that's what a good training is, though, then, right? Before we left the landship, Radiant told me that Logos would come back with Amir soon. Yippee. I miss Amir too. I miss her so much. Doctor, will we be able to see them after we finish this and return to Rhodes Island? I miss them too. Doctor, did you make it there? I think the Tin Man should be already waiting for me. We'll go home soon, I promise. Famous last words. Instead we're going to space. The alley is dark and silent, like an abyss. Something was out from the murky shadows. Perhaps it's due to its material hardness, but as it rubs against the ground, it resembles the cock out of its wheel, frightful rattle echoing through the darkness of the night. We'll sway to the alley entrance where light and darkness meet. Denounced to be a metalhead. Whip. The upper half is usually obscured by a head's brim. The mouth on its lower half often has a cigarette exhaling rings of smoke, while spouting words that are at times perceptive, and other times incongruous. But now there's no cigarette, no head, no trench coat. Okay, why would you see this man's head? Even the part that should be present past the neck. There's only a head. Okay, he cannot be dead. I know he's a welfare unit. I would take it easy if I were you. After all, if you do make any moves, I can guarantee that your head won't end up falling along with my old employees there. You didn't come here to just banter with me. Yeah, it's time. Probably you want to make a deal, right? Sure. Two things. It's time for Rhodes Island to end the excursion into Mars. And the other, as you've just seen, the leader of the mainlander agents, the Tin Man, has been murdered. We need a culprit. Man, convenient that I'm in this alleyway, huh? And you picked me. You've failed to discern the effects and credibility of the idea. But the mundanity and perfectly enigmatic vibes of Rhodes Island makes you an excellent target for mainland investigations. Even just for a bit. You want to buy Kristen sometime? Won't do you any good to look for other secrets, okay? You know, it never hurts to get a better understanding of each other. We could be friends. You could go onto my ship. Or do you want to employ your expert negotiation techniques? There's a number of reasons why I can do anything to you. Yes, it's time to whip up a plan. What a pity that Remorse is not Taekwondo. Your opponent is not some black-hearted farmer. But my eyes on you ever since you stepped into Tremor. At first, none of this had anything to do with you, or Rhodes Island at all. But then you actually decided to do things against me. Even if you and Savi are moving in the same direction, role-playing as heroic firefighters, I haven't you dispatched a few more men like that good old mechanic to mop things up quick? Yeah, you know, he also is allowed applications. If you're not going to talk, then why don't I? Here, just open. You look at the secrets hiding inside. Oh no. Oh yes. Fine. The protection quality effects of her is getting zoomed in. The Silvery Queen livery approaches. The plumage scrapes the fabric of your hood, emanating a soft but piercing sound. At first, I thought you were the same as those other eccentric scientists, trying to find some sort of revelation about the future in Kristen's research. After all, we're such a silly species, aren't we? Limited lifespan and unlimited ambition. What's your favorite character in the game? I didn't see that. I would say my favorite character is... It's kind of hard to say who exactly. I mean, I do like Kha'Zit, which might be a cop-out since he is so important often in the main story. I also do like Viviana. I also... I mean, I also do like Veed. There's a lot of characters. I also fucking love FedEx. FedEx is the best, man. I love my autistic man. The moment we realize the limits of what we can accomplish in our short lives, we become willing to surrender our arrogance for just a moment and beg for a shortcut. But on you, I smell no trace of that desire. What do you dream of, and what of your past? What is, like, your favorite character in this game? Because honestly, there's a lot to choose from. I'm becoming very interested in you now, Doctor. But unfortunately, my colleagues are about to show. Hold your friend's head in your hands and enjoy a captivating session with Columbia's top agents. Might find yourself astonished. Think through some answers to my questions during the interrogation. Well, I hope I don't give you the chance to run. It was a trap all along. Wait. What? Why are you here? Did this would ever come with a guarantee of who would be under it? And Mule's eye feels are so overpowered. I wonder what actually is the limits to her water clones. Water clone. And more tricks up your sleeve, pathetic elf? Excuse me, don't call her pathetic. Doesn't matter, Dr. Lyra of Woods Island. We will see each other very soon. Doctor, a lot of people rushing towards that alley. Woods Island has been set up. It's a good thing that you used your brains and bought my clone for that meeting. Otherwise you'd have fallen into that horrible room and strapped for real. Definitely left evidence implicating Woods Island. You heard everything she said over the comms, right? Do you make enemies of both Melander and the military? Well, you know, we are working great as an underdog. Not joking, are you? Doctor, if you and the Tin Man had any plans, now would a good time to share them, you know? Can't see this handling that stuff normally. Silence implies... Wait, Doctor, you can't mean that something really happened to that mega mysterious super agent in a trench coat with a tin can for a head? They could have just called him Tin Man. I hear the Banshee's bone whistle. That was a bone whistle? Wait, Banshee you say? The circus variety? Was it for Kristen? Did she... Because I suddenly falls silent, she looks up at the sky above tomorrow. There's nothing up there besides thousands of stars. You cannot help what we call Holiak's question from earlier. Why did you come to Tremor? Why did we actually originally come here? I forgot. We're just here for my kids, okay? They wanted a vacation or something. What exactly is the team that she's chasing? We're going to the stars, baby. Quick, silence! Over here! Oh no, we leaked. It's over. It's over. This alarm. Did something happen to the Vector Java? Silence, are you okay? I'm fine, Xavier. I help you carry her. This is all sweetie. If Xavier doesn't wake up now, they're gonna catch us. Don't push the blame onto Xavier. But your face, you look like you're about to... I'm fine with it. I just had to remember what happened earlier. I watched her fall in front of me, and my very first reaction was not worry or surprise, but regret. Because you were mad at her? Yes, that really was the last conversation we ever had. I didn't want to think that I was blaming her. It's fine, you can apologize to her. Actually, I never... I just... I don't know who else can hear me out. Then just patch things up. She will forgive you after the head trauma. Huh? And then, when Xavier wakes up, we can go back together. How about it? One happy family. She'll return here the moment she wakes up. That's the sort of woman she is. Fine, I think I get it. Neither of you is gonna go home, are you? That's right. Then why not work together? They're too prideful. Work together? Yeah. Silence. Even though you got some new gear on, you're still a doctor. If you keep on running like this, you're gonna get hurt or even die. I know Xavier is a great fighter, and even I started to know that teamwork's important, but he still likes to work alone. Then for us, Xavier would be in even worse situation right now. Neither of you wanted me to tag along, but at the very least, you gotta promise me that you'll work with Xavier. Otherwise, the two of you will worry about me, and worry about you guys too. Man, she's all grown up. Look at her, silence, she raised her right. If it. Just say yes or no, and even behave and go back to the doctor. Just promise me. Some words are easier to say when you're a team, right? I did learn all this. The doctor has taught me all these people skills. Let's go. Doctor is just a genius. I think about it. Wait. Silence. What's that over there? Oh, that's just a funky transmitter coming to kill us. Wait, it is actually a transmitter. A transmitter? It just appeared? It's all silvery and flowy. Real pretty. You should lick it instead. Don't touch it. If it. That's very dangerous. Dangerous? No way. More than my flames? It's another product of Ryan's experiments. I love my evil experiments. For real? Then I'll burn it up. No, just wait and see. Don't be too quick to destroy it. A small lump of silvery substance gushes inside the test tube. Ever since it left Harvest's home, it has lingered before the target direction, so it has lost its sub-directive. I guess we're going away from the other transmitters. As if its only mission is to lead her to Parvis. He probably has so many transmitters in his cave. First, Parvis never does anything without purpose. His appearance earlier could have just been him wanting to chat with me. He deliberately led me to think he was the goal in this vase for the transmitter. Could it be the truth was never him, but Christine? Silence! The door's over here! How could... Did someone spot us? Stand back, Ifrit. Is it Xavier? Classification. It is Xavier. Let's go! Xavier, you're weak. Hooray! But you're... I'm fine. A real defense operative never dies or something, you know? You're not bluffing a doctor that easily. Then just heal her. That's your job. I'm just holding this door until it's safe enough for you to leave. QD, I'm perfectly fine. The military mechs are closing in on our position. This path is no longer safe. Like that Java. She wouldn't hand over the information that easily, so I punched her. And so, there's only one possibility remaining. "10 minutes. We should have run into Blake's people by now. Also, I would have probably stood a chance to escape unscathed. Okay, well, what about new Xavier though? She is going bonkers, I swear. However, she's injured and carrying 2 extra burns. Want to guess how long she can last in front of a fully armed Special Forces unit. She got this. I believe in her. I believe in her operators. Your phone is ringing, ma'am. Yeah, and she's very polite and values your time, so she won't answer it. It's me. Of course. I'm always willing to serve Columbia. Thank you for the advice. By now you should be willing to believe me that I did try my best. Tried my hardest just to secure this opportunity to talk. But agreed with me earlier. Now defense to Vector's life would at the very least not be in danger. But you still send them on that path. That secret passage known only to Melander agents. Xavier might die because of you. The next one to go may well be the one you're most concerned about. I'm hoping from the bottom of my heart that you think the question over. Where the hell is Kristen White? Yeah, you know, if she would tell you now, then what's the point of the side story even? Director Java, works for Melander? We have been betrayed, oh no. That's not even we have been betrayed. I investigated her 10 years ago and found nothing. It's only when the Tin Man showed up and I left Vinelab that I got more clues to confirm it. She's been at Vine for a long time. Man, the Soul Missions do run everything here. She knew Kristen even before I did. Ifrit, attack the window on your left. Gotcha! It's so sturdy. Oh no, fireproof windows will be doomed. The glass in experimental labs is all reinforced, so ordinary impacts aren't going to be able to smash them. If we break them now, we'll attract the attention of the soldiers downstairs. You can use my fire to cut through the glass. I can control my flames already, so I'll be able to do it. Let's go. Teacher mentioned this in my original arts classes. Fire can be tempered, be silent, become a quiet anger. Make my flames into a sword. Make my flames in a single thread. Yeah. Man, I do hope really that we get an Ifrit order at some point. It cracked a little bit. Yeah, you split the animal. Sorry, just hold on a little longer. I'm halfway through. I can do it. Focus, Ifrit. Don't get distracted. When you were unconscious, the Director told me that there was no way you can fight against the entire country. So, if it is as you say, that Melander and the military have come to some kind of agreement, then we truly are facing off the entire country right now. Yeah, but we got this. If we can end wars, we can also just beat up America. Yes. Your heart rate and body temperature are spiking near their limits. They've only just woken up. Body is taking a serious toll. Oh no, minus 5 years of a lifespan. Perhaps. Sorry, you're at your limit. Silence. Jara modified your drone. I've seen the prototype blueprints. She has been listening to us all this time. When did you... Its current load-bearing capacity is at least 2 adults for a short-distance glide. Get out to the hole if it opened, and I told him I'll be able to take you to the roof of the opposite building. But what about you? We have to act fast. Wait for you to go over, and I exit through this door and divert the pursuers. Numbers are many, and I won't be able to fend them off for long. Hey, Xavier? Still haven't given me an answer. Your inability to make a challenge stand against Vine, is it because deep in your bones you've always been the same as them? The same as Control? Sorry, Silence. I thought it through. I'm able to give you a definite answer. If Kristen's experiment violates any laws that shouldn't have been broken, I will stop her. Yippee! We have some morals. Just like all the wrongs Vine has committed over the years, the wrong should be made right. I've always believed that the stronger one is, the less rash they should be acting. But if I were to return to the past, back to when Kristen and I first met, when everything had yet to happen, I would not have stopped the Kristen then. I would not have stopped the birth of Vinelab. I mean, as fucked up as some of the experience I assume they're still in that positive whatever, right? They do cool stuff, I assume. Yes. Even if I knew that Vine would create so much suffering in the future, even if I could foresee the ambitions of Kristen, Harvest and Ferdinand going out of control, I'd still stand with them. They had a vision once. Xavier, your answer might be more definitive than you think. You have some interesting ideas for my channel? Okay, I'm all ears. What do you think? Super happy because you made Persona weapon sheet. I mean, that's nice for you, but also I do not need any art. I'm gonna say this here. Silence, Xavier. Did you guys see that? I opened it. Go silence. If there's anything else you would like to know, you can wait until this is all over, and I tell you. Alright. Silence? Silence! Maya is spacing out. You gotta get moving. She was lost in thought, okay? Poor Liberi. Now if this has anything to do with you. What exactly is that you want? Truth, justice, or peace? I will tell you what you want to know. And yet, even if you know it all, what can you do? This is not the answer I want. No, nah, I really don't need to see you. I do not want to commission any art or anything. Please just stop. No. It won't spelled? Silence. What are you doing? The whirring of the drone starting up comes from behind. The iron force door at the end of the corridor is about to melt under the impact of the energy weapon. Saya is suspended in midair, holding Ifrit in one arm, stretching the other out towards Silence, trying to grab her. Silence doesn't return her grip. She chases the path she's taking in reverse. I should have talked with you sooner, Xavier. I just came to understand why I can't help but get mad at you, man. But it was from the falling out we had during the diabolic crisis. Or that I'm dissatisfied with the way you insist on shouldering everything yourself. Actually, what I'm most annoyed with is myself. The blame I push onto you for not doing enough, it's only because you feel like you're not doing enough. I built a habit of depending on you. I'd hoped you could change control, just like I once hoped the professor could save Ifrit, and control could change Vinelab. Every deadlock would be solved by someone stronger. I mean, I still feel like Xavier is doing her best. I'm so weak, aren't I? On the one hand, I love the powerful figures that manipulate everything and treat innocent lives like expendable resources and numbers. On the other hand, I still put my hopes for the future on people stronger in not just power, also morality and empathy. But now do I understand that no one can truly carry everything on their own, that it's beyond the capacity of a single individual. Everyone who has been willing to help me on the way here, Wits Island, Regli Mirzai, Regli Chara, and you. Or if you want me to stay out of it. If you hadn't collapsed in front of me, if Ifrit hadn't been in danger, I'd have just obediently thrown in the towel. But now, I won't back down. Let's go. Character development. I refuse to allow myself to stay under your wings. I refuse to accept that I can only stand in vain as the gunfire wings wide above us and hold my arms to the injured. This time, I step into the flames before any of you. Okay, you should still... I guess actually you should not let the defender go first. You're right. Good deployment order. The drone sends it to a lower floor of the neighborhood, neighboring building. Saya smashes the window and it lands smoothly. There must be more Fordlands people on the lookout downstairs. As long as there's room for action, she believes she can find a way to break through the encirclement. However... Silence! What are you doing? She is the heroic one. Silence, hurry up and fly over here with your drone! Ifrit anxiously yells at the room across, but Silence takes a long look at them before turning her back. As the Silence begins to turn, Saya gets a look at her eyes, appearing with regret. But more than that, it's determination. Let's go, she's being Undertale. Ferdinand, we've got someone in the corridor. Well, why it's illegal to be at the company you work at. She has business with you. Silence? Why are you... I'm sorry, Defector Java. I've already made up my mind. I have unfinished business, so I can't leave just yet. I'm gonna punch Ferdinand in the face, please. I remember you. Paris Stellar student. You and Elena gave me such a headache back at Site 359. Yes, my name is Silence. I would like to make a deal with you. A deal? You think I would let Zarya go? That isn't up to you. Oh, that's the only thing that's up to me. That's Transmitter from Site 359. Let's go, we have our bargaining chip. What are you doing? If you put the transmitter into your body, it's not going to work. Dorothy's hub was destroyed. A new hub isn't Kristen's hands. That's impossible. That was my experiment. Mine and Dorothy's. Man, he will despair when he actually realizes he was the Marionette all along. A short while ago, I met Dr. Parvis, whose laboratory was storing a large amount of transmitter. Vector Clooney, he must have realized it long ago. You just don't want to admit it. But rather believe your failure was owed to a bad move than to believe that Control was playing you the whole time. Oof. I guess she is right. We really never considered that possibility. Maybe you should have just blown up this whole place. She's the one that's working more closely with the military. She had countless ways to kill the experiment with Dorothy in its infancy. But then, why did she only show up after the experiment succeeded? We still have a chance. Whatever Kristen is trying to do with the transmitter, she hasn't succeeded yet. Director Clooney, bring me to her. Transmitter's inside me. I become your beacon to locate Kristen. That is one reckless thing to do for sure.
잠깐 기다려. 조직 샘플 채취해야 해서.
Is this peak? It is starting to be peak. Hi, Musty. How are you doing? Actually, I would love to know what an hammer actually is. You will never tell me. This music is peak for sure, using it as my menu music most of the time. Silence did have a character development moment. She has finally learned the world of blackmailing and doing deals. That's nice to hear you're doing well. I must admit, I'm a mixture of EP and being high on Kong strong energy while not having all my blood in my body. It's a good day. She has a new outfit. She does have a new outfit. Also, I guess Terra just has like the stone masons. I don't know what is actually going on with Maryland, but it sounds like they're just the stone masons, to be honest. Gonna be interesting to see. The curtain closes on this farce. Is this the end or a new beginning? Like, we gotta at least finish this note. Maybe I'll do one more note. Stone Masons, you know, the secret organization. This is where my German accent is gatekeeping me. You know, those Mason workers controlling the whole underworld. Being the shadow rulers of America. As it is. Everybody knows that. Fuck the president. Ever heard of that? Huh. Man, you need to read more conspiracy theories. The internet is full of them. They're gonna tell you how, like, any minority group is in control of this world and is guiding it from the shadows. One more evil than the other. And I will tell you, the trans people are for sure turning the Fox gay, my man. It's not getting through. Honestly, I think Tin Man was on an IS, right? As a welfare unit. I want to get more of his lore, man. Oh my fucking god, I think it makes so much sense now. I'm sorry that you had to learn it like this, but yeah. Why are you calling, Xavier? Tin Man. Didn't you hear the death knell, SMH? Metal guy? Did something happen? Yeah, from IS-5. I mean, they already said that he's a Revenant. Like, they do say it in here that he is basically a Revenant. So it makes sense that he would be in the IS about Sarkas. I get that part, at least. I'm afraid so. Melander would not have joined our pursuers otherwise. No, it's fair, it's fair. It's better that way. It might be hard to keep track of what I know and what I don't know with my play order. But I know that he is said Sarkas man and he is totally dead, for sure. The army has an agreement with Melander. Why are they targeting us? What happened to the Tin Man? I had to look around the way you taught me, Xavier. All the soldiers are gone, and so are the ancients who were on us. Perseus would not have disappeared if she was just staying as the rear guard. Unless she offered something that satisfied them. Silver liquid? I saw it around her. Yeah. That's, you know, transmitters are on high demand. Transmitter? She was in contact with Durfee at Site 359 and undoubtedly got a transmitter from her. Was Durfee expected to do something? Durfee is still in military custody. Couldn't possibly be trying to reach out to the military and Ferdinand to her. Could it be Parvis or... Hey, Xavier! Don't worry if it. She will be fine. I'm trying to tell you not to squeeze your communicator so hard. You're crushing it. Thanks. I'm not worried. Silence isn't so reckless. This date after she talked to you, I'm sure she thought it through. She succeeded, I would say, probably. She doesn't know what she's up against. The machinations of the state are far crueler than she can imagine. You think she doesn't know that? I'm sure she thought about it. Science works hard. She always working when I see her. Others say it's like she's being chased by something you can't see or touch. I love my overworked anime girls. Maybe this will all be cleared up by the time we see her again. And I tell her, yeah, I'm upset you left me behind, but I knew you could do it. And getting scolded by your own daughter. Xavier notices that Ifrit's hands are trembling. She wants to say something to comfort her. But words fail her. She realizes that even though Ifrit's words were in part intended to comfort, she does not know the science that Ifrit speaks of. Science is ready. Science knows what she's about to face. She's never thought about it that way. You see, science is wrong. She doesn't need you all the time, Xavier. Over there, Xavier. The army's pulling out, but not in the direction of the military garrison. That is curious. Is the transmitter really the clue to Quist's whereabouts? Let's follow them. Science wouldn't want you to put yourself in danger again. She promised we would go together. She said Saya will return here the moment she wakes up. That's the sort of woman she is. It's not. It's not a rational way. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? But sometimes you need her to burn everything in your way. You're not here to take risks. Not to waste Silent's courage. We're just waiting for her at the end. Ifrit. Realizes that Ifrit is much taller than she was a few years ago. Man, they grow up so quickly. When she was rescued from the laboratory. In the face of impending danger, there's no impatience or recklessness in her eyes, only courage and wisdom. Let's go. Alright. By the way, Xavier, I saw a falling star when I got to the mall. Star? You mean the object that fell from the Triton factory in District 13? It was a star, exactly. Keep coping. And then the wish will come true. Our daughter is tall. I mean, I kept saying it during this side story now. I do like this outfit for her sprite. I like my teenager outfit. I don't know why she has the tree with her at all the times, but it's essential to not burn it, I guess. But I really hope we get an Ifrit altar at some point. Ifrit altar would be neat. You know? And science told me a story where all our differences disappear when the stars fall. You and science are gonna make up, right? Yes, we will. Great. Will they? Fire turns back to look at the familiar streets of Timor. The path she's about to tweet suddenly feels unfamiliar. I'm quite confident if it alter. Let's go if it's stonks. I mean, I think if it was basically like, I know she was for sure a year one operator. I'm not sure if she was actually launch operator. I think she was actually launch operator, let's see. So, you know, getting her alts and all seems neat and would make sense. Kinda feels like the thing they're overall doing with alts. Like, I guess not for Calcite. Calcite was later on, but, you know, getting Exo altar, getting Silver Ash altar, stuff like that. And you know, this daughter's also growing on me. She has overcome many challenges. What lies before her is far from a crisis. But for the first time, she feels out of control. Kind of same argument as was bouncy, since it would be awkward to have a child sprite. Yeah. Holy hell, I'm freezing. Look out, there's the car. That was a close shave. Okay, this is not what a homeless man looks like, though. That's all I'm saying. Can't even think clearly in this cold. I tell you, sir, this weather, it's all the tech company's doing. I fucking knew it. I can't believe they're not only turning the Fox gay, they're also just are the source of climate change. Even if it's not real, they're freezing our country, SMH. Goddamn. They use poisonous chemicals that make our lungs freeze with every breath. It's in those chemtrails, I've been telling you all along. Okay, nobody is watching this, but if it ever gets clipped without context, this is not the streamer's beliefs. This is for comedic value. They want to kidnap us, put our brains in jars, and turn us into nutrients for the artificial sun. Hey, you know, if somebody wants my brain in a jar, give me a call. Sounds like a good way to go out. Look up there in the sky. What? I'm live as some crazy things. Yeah, man. It's those goddamn lizard people, I'm telling you. Without them, we would be living in a utopia. The stars ain't stars. They're canvas that the monsters sent up there to watch our every move. They even kidnapped our president, put his skin on, and locked all of Colombia under their control. Man, fuck, the lizard people are one step ahead of me. God damn it. Here's a few bills. Find a warm place to spend the night. I would not think... Maybe Ferdinand has at least some character qualities. I don't need money, sir. I'm just waiting for dawn to break. Between two of us, I'm organizing a protest against the vice president and these tech companies. And people must wake up. Wake up, sheeple. Take this too. All my money. You can have it. Wait, sir. Man, it's that easy to earn money on these tweets? Maybe I should stop this VTubing stuff. Maybe I can go out and just keep shouting the fox getting turned gay. I wanted to say the fox turn. I don't know. I just saw this sentence wrong. Maybe the fox are turning us gay, man. Have you ever looked at those goddamn frog legs? I mean, who wouldn't turn vegan that side, right? Right? Yeah, baby. I knew I would find you here. Good morning, Ferdinand. One more cup of tea and the sun should be up. Time for me to go to work on the other side. Enough of the act, Paris. When did you start working with Kristen? Since 20 years ago, You, Java, Justin Jr. and Nasty. You fooled me into thinking that I had Kristen isolated. That I was just one step from success. I became a laughingstock. A gamble on my efforts. Just another rung on the ladder for her to climb. Tea, Ferdinand? It's calming, I swear. You underhanded old goat? Let me make one thing clear. I don't know where Kristen is. She doesn't trust me so much. And I'm not interested in her secret. But you didn't come to ask questions. Otherwise, you would have poured the muscle you bought from that colonel, as you did with Chara. It's not like you to swallow insults from pioneers and come back to grovel at the feet of the colonel after he abandoned you once. You set your mind to it. Why did you give up so close to the truth? No wild guesses. Perhaps you should look at yourself in the mirror, Ferdinand. You're jealous of her. Yep, I mean, that is not wrong. You're jealous that she gets men to fight for her, even when she's not around. A true leader. Fuck this fucking piece of shit. Okay, which piece of shit do you mean? I mean, okay, I do get Pabis is also fucking a-hole, but I'm also so sad. Why are they using Pabis for marketing to make cool YouTube videos? If he's evil, man. I guess Vylab has just very good PR. You're jealous that it only took you a few words to earn the loyalty that took you so much time and money to buy. She has just like +4 in charisma. Easy seems saying it. You're jealous of her charisma. There's a part of you, somewhere deep down, that's enthralled by her. The more you deny it, the more you hate her. Why are you telling me this? Because it's how I feel. Look outside, Ferdinand. When I was little, I never saw stars in the night sky. All I saw was the silhouette of the great spire, the light of witchcraft lighting up the skies. Others told me it was the eye of the Witch King, watching over every inch of Lithanian. And then we killed him. And I thought, what was the meaning of life? The Witch King was the sole miracle chosen by fate. Didn't you despise the efforts of those stupid casters who wanted to summon the Witch King's souls? Yes, I opposed it. My kin and former colleagues spent their entire lives trying to recreate a fleeting miracle in this time and age. But in my long years of research, I've realized that a miracle is so because it's a coincidence it cannot be controlled or recreated. Only such a coincidence can break the cage of fate that traps us all. You see Kristen as that coincidence. She's gonna help us go to space or something. She has the potential to create miracles. You have your dream, and I have mine. If she's the fated miracle, then what are we? Waste coming off the production line? Meaningless noise? You are her goons. Why despair, Ferdinand? just need to accept that you're not special. You're just an NPC in somebody else's life. Perhaps the fate of mankind does hinge upon one singularity, who will break all shackles and become the eyes of all, to see sights that we could not have imagined. That's no foreshadowing for sure. But that does not mean our lives are destined to fall by the wayside. Miracles are born in the journey of evolution. A journey made up of all our dreams, yours, mine, even that foolish tramp outside. Why are you telling me this? Feeling better? Have some tea. Put some color on your face, so you won't be so embarrassed when the kids see you on their way to work. Wood. I've lost everything. There isn't much for you to remember. I'm in no hurry. You can talk about work once you're done with your tea. Does Paris, like, ever sleep? It's always good to chat with an old friend. Took our first steps together, after all. Hello there, good sir. Megaphone and signboards. Oh no, he's gotten paid off to be just protesting. That's what you spend the money on, not food and blankets. Hey, to be fair, you gave him money after his crazy rambling, right? Clearly, this is an investment into getting more money. This man is a businessman. He is the embodiment of the Colombian dream. He's gonna be rich. There are more things more important than creature comforts. Give me the board. Rylep. At least spell the company's name right if you're going to protest it. That's much better. Thank you, sir. Tell me, what do you dream of? What's the future you're fighting for? A future where we're returning back into the Stone Ages. No technology, just hunting. How do you like my vivarium, Doctor? It does look kinda neat. I guess I would still prefer a normal garden, but I do like my plants. Nobody can just barge in, and Osmond just seems to like it. Osmond stands quietly in the verdant lab. He carefully observes each plant, then meticulously records their form in her notebook. Her gaze stops on the last page of the notebook. Notice where that letter is kept. You're still reading the letter, Osmondes. Yeah, Doctor. I want to remember what happened today, record in my terminal, before I forget. I met this strange grandpa, saying he knows me and we are family. Loken Williams. What is the home that he talked about like? Is it like Woods Island? No way. Then he's not my family. Let's go, we successfully brainwashed our child. I don't like him, Doctor. I came into contact with many feelings that I didn't like to him. I want to pick them out and put them somewhere that won't bother me. Amir helped me clean them up before she left, but I keep going. What kind of feelings? Loss. And destruction. I want to destroy them. It's not right. Piff would be angry. I'm being reminded that every single character here sucks, actually. Excuse me, you hate Osmondes? Like, I can't believe you would say this. SMH. I shouldn't see Loken again, should I, Doctor? Probably not. You want to learn about your past, Osmondes. Memory is precious. Don't want to use it on bad things. I want to see with my own eyes again. I want to know what I would do. It may not be to learn. It may be to throw it away again. It may be. I cannot read it. Jesus Christ. But I say goodbye properly this time. We'll find Loken. Get some rest before that though. I mean, come on, we at least put it on her shoulders ourselves. Go to sleep. Doctor! Young feline lies down at your side, clutching a jacket you gave her tightly. Her breathing is fragile yet resilient, as it is when she's awake. She's tired. Osman's thoughts are heavily dependent on intention. What about you, Doctor? Let's talk somewhere else. Let Osmond sleep. You pause through it. We have been dragged into the maelstrom of tomorrow. The explosion at the Triton factory, the attack on the Vice President, Kristen's disappearance. The most is in chaos right now. But hey, chaos means opportunity. We can take over this country. Yes, yes. Maybe you're responsible to say this, but neither the army nor the Mail and the Foundation have time to deal with Woods Island. Not at the center of the maelstrom. Yippee! No need to be so nervous, Doctor. Still, I'm responsible for your situation here. Our partnership's still good. You help me, I'll do my best to help you. If it comes to it, I can arrange to get you, Osmond and Iffy out of Timors right now. Sincerity is the foundation of cooperation. You're trying to stop something or to put something right. We're partners, but I don't know what you really think. A dance doctor? The doctor's an expert in dancing. It's no fun being interrogated like this. Milsai puts her hands behind her back, turns around and takes a couple of steps. She looks back at you with a very serious expression on her face. I don't care if she wants to dance, couldn't she just take one of her clones? Music fills the air. It's a relaxed, soothing tune. See moisture seep from the leaf veins, converging into a top of dew. More tops appear, leaving the leaves and catching up to you and Mulesai, moving with the flow of the melody. You see the rhythm of each droplet, light as breath. They are the melody itself. Hear that, Doctor. It will guide our steps. The air in this vivarium seems clean. Where's you, Doctor? From lightning to irrigation to atmosphere control, none of the systems in this vivarium employ Witchem technology. Ah, interesting. It's the cleanest place in Tremor. It's the one place in Tremors where I feel at ease. Oftentimes I choose to operate to a clone not because I want to, but because I have to. Man, one day we'll talk to the real Mumu. Mulesai disappears from your vision. You find your hand holding nothing but air. The droplets form a ribbon of water, gently pulling you towards the corner of the vivarium. The pale fur is extremely sensitive to its environment. Pollution from Witchem industries have reduced its habitat to a small number of hilly areas in Columbia. Rip my wildlife. The droplets scatter and shatter, creating a mist between you and the furs. You see the faint silhouette of a tombstone. Mulesai sits quietly by it, picking away at the weeds that surround it. I've never seen her so sad. I don't know, is a grave like this actually legal? Does he have the permits for that? Is it a shadow of the past? I grew up in an orphanage in Trenton, near Tremor. The headmaster said I was found on the doorsteps of the orphanage. No one knows who my parents are. It's time for a sad backstory. I realized at an early age that I was different, when I didn't age as fast as everyone around me. My powers are unique, but they're not original arts. I'm much more sensitive to original than most people. A slight increase in original concentration is enough to affect my health. Interesting. What am I? No one knows. That's why I've searched for the answers since I was little. Ironically, it's also the reason why my grades have always been good. Hey, you know, sometimes life just works out. Finally, I found that word hidden away in some ancient books. Elves. I mean, okay, that's no surprise. Like, Quirrell has been calling her an elf, like, even in the last side story already, right? It's not like a big reveal. The word is not unknown to you. You do have many secrets, don't you, Doctor? Well, it's not important. Anyway, I tracked down my biological parents. Old Tomo's home, but the house had long since changed hands. Followed that trail they left behind, and eventually found where they went. It's this village right here, so remote. I thought I made a mistake. Most of the buildings had fallen into ruin. They looked to be centuries old. I didn't see anyone. I had a feeling as I went into the hills behind the village. I saw a simple cemetery surrounded by pale firs, with dozens of tombstones lay. This is basically your parents' grave you took with you. This village was not an elven settlement. It was the graveyard. Ultai stands up, looks at you, and fades away into the mist before the firs. Your partner returns to your side. Nature forced you to distance yourself from modern civilization. Distancing oneself from modern civilization is easier said than done. To spend your life in remote mountains when you know that a more convenient, more interesting life is right there, waiting for you to reach out. Honestly, being elf there sounds like a nice peaceful life. Up in the mountains, in a nice forest area, sign the hell up. Come on, I guess I'm kinda basically living the life. How are we, for a long lifespan, supposed to accept it? Some find people faded away in sorrow, some chose to end their own lives. I love my suicidal elves. That's not what I expected to hear. My elves chose to go into society, including my parents. Why did they abandon you? Lived cautiously but bravely, looking for ways to survive in civilization without coming into contact with Originum. The new Originum would kill them, someday. They accepted it. Are you looking for ways to change the fate of your people? Next dance, Doctor? I guess that might have hit too close to home, huh? More droplets rise in the vivarium as the music enters a new passage. The smile returns to Mules's face, the melody sings on. You do not know if the topic will continue. Sometimes I envy Rhodes Island. There's so many people there. You came to Rhodes Island. Oh, you knew? I sneaked in once or twice to see if he was doing well. Aww, and see what Siren was doing. I saw someone standing on the deck, gazing at the sunset, lost in thought. I didn't notice you. Don't tell anyone, just one of my tiny clones. Man, does he actually have like water molecule sized clones walking into our vending system? Are we compromised? No danger to anybody. Right, maybe we should just hire her as an operator, huh? I thought, why would you be up on the deck with only your thoughts for company? There's so much joy waiting down below. Dr. needs to look stoic. I feel like there used to be someone I would watch the sunset with. Now this is just sad, Doctor. Did you find any memories of that person? After all these years, all I know is the name. So there are answers beyond even your reach. That makes things seem a little bit fairer. Leads Sion, doing half a pirouette. Man, she's a good at. I'm thinking the same thing, Doctor. You are a good dancer. Of course I am. I was the ace of my university dance team. After I left the village, I spent all my time studying. And I studied the dance. Who studies the plate if you can instead do some nice flexing? Every Columbian child knows that science and tech are the best way to change your life. I studied to become the top of my class, then went to school in Tremors, where I stayed on top. It's been a lot of effort to blend into modern life. Passion, gaming, let's go! Do you think Momo plays any gacha games? Literature, music, dance. I studied etiquette, met a lot of people. For others, these are hobbies, but for me, it's a mission, an exploration, a test. I know it sounds weird, but I tasked myself to live life as hard as I could. Man, I mean, that's maybe a good outside to have in life, you know? Instead of just wasting it away. It's been a long time since I danced though. With Xavier and Quisten. Toplets go around you. The lights of the vivarium cannot penetrate them. You hold fragments of the past, gentle, clear, yet untouchable. The newly renovated lab, mostly empty bottles, Xavier and Quisten and Mule's Eye, with a puzzle-pointed look on her face. The three stare at each other in the middle of the room, like three wooden mannequins. Yes, Eve, not long after Violet was founded, everyone was happy. I was the happiest. I met Quisten and Xavier shortly before I graduated. Quisten's not your average investor's preferred partner. You know, your info is twice the moment you see her. High risk, high reward. Not all of them are gonna be pleasant. As for Xavier, she just felt steady as a rock. My advisor happened to be involved with a project of theirs, but she wasn't very interested, so she sent me in her stead. I had nothing back then, other than my obsession with living hard. But everything went nowhere. The story of my life. Helped me get over a period when I was lost between my identities as a graduating student and as an elf. It was just me, Quisten, Xavier, Parvis, and Ferdinand at the time. Parvis had himself upstairs, saying he couldn't stay up all night. Ferdinand left early for other business. Can you believe it? At the end of the day, I couldn't find anyone to dance with me, and then I came up with the idea of clones. I ended up trapping Xavier and Quisten. None of us knew how to dance in threes. I guess I remember the look on their faces. Violet is important to you. To be more precise, Xavier and Quisten are important to me. I've always believed that we'll only get where we really want to be if the two of them work together. Well, maybe we'll get there. The music ends, the vivarium's empty, except for Mule's Eye standing opposite you, calm as a pale fur. She is my favorite tree. You hear the sound of the air circulation system running. The wind on your face feels unusually moist. The scent of plants, the soft earth. You realize that the droplets of water, the music and the dance really existed. You found my wobbliness, Doctor. Yes, I'm trying to manipulate everyone, including you. Oh no, we're getting manipulated by a woman. Never trust a woman, even if she's a 2D anime girl. She's trying to get you, Doctor. Run. But everything I do for myself. The few kin that I have left, so we can breathe, feel the wind, run, travel freely. Make our journey a little less hard. All I've done, I did to keep the few friends I have. But in the city, I won't be so. She doesn't want to be alone, she needs a hug. This is all I can tell you, all I can promise you. There are a lot of gaps in your story. You didn't really manipulate me. And so, help me one more time, Mule's Eye. Must find Logan Williams. Even if I could help you, why do you not ask me to help you and Rosmondes get out of Timor safely? She needs it for character development, it's gonna be funny. What's Island only goes forward. That is a hard line, man. Xavier and Dr. Calcite have reason to get involved. But what about you? Will you get to the bottom of all this, even if the price is a two-front war with the military and Melander? That's not the most logical choice. I want the truth. Are you so interested in Quisten's dream? Alright, we have a deal. Our partnership will go on. Yippee! Man, I sure wonder who this man could be. Who was that on the phone? A lonely soul, searching for companions. Since when have you two become such close friends? I just happen to be going the same way for a while. Same for you. They're going to leave my lab. Smell of alcohol affects the equipment, man. That's so cold. Thanks to you and that agent's improvisation, I have a dozen calls to make tonight. Just to keep you out of jail. Like hell I'm doing this sober. You got what you wanted. Is Quisten's price not enough for a businessman like you? Price? Are you reminding me how much I lost to this crazy plan? Then you should have gone to Casimir's. Join the chamber and play with the knights and speculators. Yes, the plane has been lying my terminal for years. Could make more money and do so in a safer way. Yippee! But all those great projects, they're about a nation and ever. I want to seize the opportunity before me, to see a future far beyond anyone's wildest dreams rise from my palms. Is this a dream from a practical person like you? Hey, you know, is there any person that doesn't like have any dreams? I mean, even if you're depressed, I feel like, okay, maybe a depressed person might not have dreams, I give you that. But, you know, I feel like having dreams is just a normal human thing. Anyone can dream, especially facing the fickle tides of fate. You put it astutely, going the same way. Look at those scientists. All the conflicts they went through, from friend to foe and from foe to friend. They all end up on the same path. They all saw a part of themselves in the least likely of all futures. What about you? Meaningless question. Why do you think I've tolerated your presence for so long? That's why I like going the same way apart, even if it's only temporary. No way, it was him all along. Okay, I did not know Nasty's last name. Miss Nasty Lunove. Or maybe they probably did actually say it at some point, I just forgot. Probably. If we still have our life and liberty after tomorrow. Will you come with me to the highest point in Tomors? Take a good look at the sky that hasn't changed for thousands of years. Sounds like a fun date. Okay, I'm starting to think this will be the only stage we will be doing for today. I mean, yeah, we're gonna still be there after, but I do want to stop earlier. Honestly, I'm slowly getting awake. Slowly the energy drink I inserted into my body is doing what it's supposed to be doing. What would be also neat to just play some actual not Gumcha games. My brain is still brain water though. Play some other video games with my friends. Maybe we put you like this. I also maybe need to actually stop them. I did not get Project Red on my loadout again. It's not like I really need to, but yeah.
결단을 내려라. 내 놈들아. 정토를
that's gonna
더럽힌
be
것을 후회하게 되리라.
I guess you set some healing go. Also, I mean, I could put up the up button, but what I really actually want is like always activating the down button. How does this actually work if I put somebody there and then there? But this does look like a convenient spot for you. Picks up 3 block. That's gonna be a problem. Maybe I really should put you down at least. Need more DP. But maybe we do put you up now and then we put you... I wanna test it out, this is for science. Yeah, so yeah, this is messed up now.
우연히도 생각이 일치. 내 놈들아. 정토를 더럽힌 것을
What if we put you?
후회하게 되리라.
That does not... Okay. That is annoying.
전황이 복잡하니 제가 적당히 대응하겠습니다. 전황이 복잡하니 다들 멈추십시오. 이
So we
길은
would.
통행 금지입니다.
That's not... Why is this... Oh, okay. That's gonna be very annoying how this actually works.
가장 성가신 적은 누구지?
Oh, is it annoying? I mean, I guess now I could just put somebody down there.
나가봤지만
But yeah, this is an actual problem.
우연히도 모든 것을 묻어버리기를
We
기다리도록
learned more mechanics, that's the important part. You're kinda wasted there.
여기서 기다리지. 경기에 세워진 표시.
You're also in a very awkward spot, all things considered now.
당황하지 마라. 겁먹은 건 아닌가?
But hey, you know, if you have your overpowered teams, you can make as many tactical blunders as you like to do.
거기까지지만.
실력 발휘해볼까?
A lot of noise. Another delivery from your engineering director. Final tests will take about 45 minutes. Plenty. My greatest achievement will be complete once this data is transferred. I retain your research records. Yippee, he will be remembered or something. I know. Give it to that girl. Huliak, or someone else. I don't care. Being able to finish this research here in my final days almost lets me forget all the regrets in my life. All the war crimes I did. I still remember how hard it was to accept when you showed this to me for the first time. The irony. How it scorns every conceited researcher who walked the halls of science for the past few centuries. That loss in the face of our research made all it worthless. What is this, Quisten? Are you able to speak of its few recent emergence of confidence when you never performed a single experiment? This thing, it's beyond my understanding. Even more frightening is that all those tales you tell of these black cubes are true. Tell me, Quisten. Tell me, what is it that I'm about to study? That's your job. Where did you find it? How did you gain the knowledge? Don't be so hard on a dying man, Quisten. Who gave you this? God. Have I overestimated you, young genius? If she has such visions of God, God told her to make a new operating system. Have you heard of Temple OS? This is gonna take Terra years ahead into the future. Do you believe in ghosts and spirits? Look up to the unknown in awe. No, you're not the kind of fool who would joke about this. You're not foolish or shameless enough for that. Place your hopes in empty faith. I'll take your word for it. Yeah. God. Another month has passed since God bestowed on me his mercy. In a short period of time, I completed more work than I could have imagined for decades. Even I can't help but wonder, what miracle do you plan to bring to the people on this land? Quisten does not answer. She gazes at the stars outside the window silently, lost in thought. Another half an hour. Bah. I should start thinking about supper. Donut? White fowl beast? Hot dog? That's how you know you are in America. To be fair, all of those things are good. I do like my... I should make hot dogs soon again. I mean, I'm a weirdo that like has far too much sauerkraut on hot dogs, but I love hot dogs, man. The fried chicken is also good. As are donuts. Maybe I should get a donut at some point, but I'm also fat. I shouldn't. Anyways, all of Tremors is up in arms over this place. But look how carefree the heart of the storm is. Who are you? How do you not know Ferdinand? Man didn't even play the last side story as a mage. I want the blueprints and efficiency data for the shaft and associated facilities now. Man just really likes the shaft, okay? Sir, that's highly classified. Do you see my gloves? My security pass right here. Or do you need me to put a plague on the line for you? No, sir. I put it together. No need. This terminal right here. Turn it on. But sir, this is raw data without visualization. I'm Ferdinand Clooney. Haven't you seen this one movie with me in it? Oh no, this wasn't different Clooney, my bad. Mynapse the Vector of Energy. Does he even still have the title at this point? I signed the Timonian Energy Circulation System. Possessor of the term in front of you is based on a rich energy conversion formula named after me. That Clooney formula? You're... You've wasted 2 minutes. Data. Now. Yes, sir. Seconds pass. 10 minutes. Ferdinand could almost hear the sounds of military convoys moving through the streets. They could find Kristen any moment. Must hurry. For what? Here and here. Have these data been manipulated? Of course not. All the data are transmitted in real time to the army's labs. It's more than my life's worth to upload false data. No one wants to get on the wrong side of the army. It doesn't match. I beg your pardon? The structure of the shaft. You know, I know my shafts. Okay, I should stop, it's a bad joke. The distribution of the pipelines and the performance of the existing propulsion system. None of them is right. Plus, is greed enough to avoid notice. Damn. That can't be. You must be Oh, I suppose not. You of all people. Perhaps this is a temporary plan for experimentation and development. Adjustment will be made before the official launch. What's the plan for the official launch? Hammer should be on mobile plate near the shaft. Just install the entire plate. But the propulsion device is still here. The army has empowered all the launchers that were under construction. Even if she manipulated the data, she couldn't. Not of this propulsion performance. Unless... Get a plague on the line. Now. This will be important, Ferdinand, for you to bother me at a time like this. Listen, Nasi Lunva is one of Kristen's. Propulsion device that she designed does not have the performance to lift Hammer off the ground. Dustin Jr. must have brought out your scientists to carve Kristen's real goal. They're working together. So you're telling me everyone in Vylab is complicit in Kristen's suspected treason? Yeah, they actually believe in the dream, not just to work for the army, I guess. I'm not. I need to tell me something new. What? If the researcher you sent me is actually useful, I'll expect control of you as from the stolen hammer soon enough. Which is to say, I will soon know how many insurgents there are in Vine. Then Vine. Is there anything more important that you want to report? No, sir. Congratulations in advance on your successful mission, Colonel. Close the file. Yes, sir. Is there anything else you need? You have a maintenance aircraft. The kind that can reach Hammer's theoretical ceiling. Yes, we do. I need to borrow it. But didn't you say Hammer wouldn't fly because of propulsion issues? Or can it? You're right. We took our first steps together. What? I mean, you're right. Maybe I was mistaken. You know, as a scientist, you need to experiment or something. Strong transmitter reaction. I can feel a lot of it lying ahead. Right in the middle of urban Tremor. Yes, sir. There where the sewage treatment and garbage disposal. Very few people live here. A good place to hide things then. You mean Quist invited Hammer in some other building right under our nose? Okay, I mean, you all were aware that it had to be an underground facility at least, right? Target may have set up chambers in the area. The guys didn't detect any signals when they passed through. Those egghead sons of bitches and the twigs. Imagine knowing signs. We turn the place upside down? No, that will take too much time and for the enemy's attention. Can you locate it? I need to borrow your new electricity stimulator. Do you know how to use that? I believe Ryan developed it. There's no getting away from you people, is there? Give it to her. Yes, sir. Brain electricity will trigger resonance and transmitter inside me. Resonance will also occur in any nearby transmitter strong enough for your sensors to detect. Go on. I got a reading. It's increasing in strength. Increase output by 10%. Pre-epilepsy symptom. Should I take over? I have mech operating experience in long-range arts units implants. A transmitter's from Site 359 is the only one that will work. Proceed. I can take it. No, silence. Don't do this. We got a stable signal. Units have been synchronized to officer terminals, sir. Good. You know where Hammer is now. Proceed to the target ASAP. Thank God, Chief. Hope you can even see through all that sweat. Thank you. Vector Java, do the also bother you? Oh, no, just use the chit-chat. Did you say anything? Nothing. The funny thing is, don't even know anything. I know Kristen like Kristen knows me. I didn't sign on to her adventure. She refused to let me risk my remaining life for her. Control is lucky to have you. Lucky? No, I don't think so, Silence. I look at Kristen. I don't see the inscrutable dominating control of Ryan. I only see a girl too proud to bow her head. Maybe time stopped 20 years ago for both of us. You mean the day when Control's parents were killed in a flight test accident? It was supposed to be a sunny, cloudless day. Is it regret? Remorse? Is it because I watched them fly to their end? Because I didn't check the flight plan carefully? Because I didn't expect the government and capitalists would allow that sensitive little girl to become the target of all the attacks on her parents in order to protect their name? No, it's neither. It was just one failure, even if it was my only one. It should be nothing for an experienced agent. I could never forget the look in her eyes. The ball of fire falling from the sky continues to burn in her eyes. Yeah, and she will achieve what her parents couldn't. Appeared in my dreams on many a night. I don't want to see it extinguished again. You left the Mainlander Foundation because of Control. Scientist stops being a scientist when she develops an emotional attachment to a test subject, huh? I guess that is true. You, of all people, should understand. I was never a mother, but I have a child. Man. Cabandella squad's in position, sir. Everything looks normal with the target building. Scanning for potential hostiles. Wait, is that a Mainlander drone? So that's why they got them Asians in job. They're tracking our aircraft. Why didn't they find out about the plate then? Are they waiting for us to do our job, then pick up the scraps? Hey, you know, work smart, not hard. Mainlander's eyes are everywhere. Columbia has changed a lot in the past 20 years. They used to protect people like the Whites from conspiracy theorists and technophobes. I suppose even the great Mainlander can be wrong at times. Look at the mad scientists out there, the greatest threat. Message from Mainlander, Colonel. They're syncing the drone's data with us. Less than 10 life bombs within 10 clicks of the target. We had an elite squad keeping an eye on Kristen before she disappeared. Are you telling me that a bunch of scientists and a few assistants took out an entire squad of commandos? Maybe we went to the wrong place. No. That's not impossible for the Control, I know. Keep your eyes open. Don't let your guard What was that? I think we just hit something, sir. No sensors aren't picking up anything. It's wind. It's a wall of wind. We can't maintain attitude. Losing altitude. 500, 400, 350. Out of my way. Give me the controls. That's the building's outer wall. We're gonna hit it. First one. What happened? That's the Colonel's aircraft. It fell into the building at 10 o'clock. Gamma squad to the crash site. Now. Did the enemy come from there? I didn't get any warnings for the Melander drones. No, lost all communications. Radar eyes all went out at the same time. While lab is it? Who is? I guess he is also working for Quiz, right? Second one. For loss of communications with Melander. This is Fubar. Isn't their shit supposed to be cutting edge? Large number of hostiles. 10, 11. No more. Ambush. Where's the Colonel? You do not stand a chance against those, man. There's too many of them. Hold! Hold! Melander dodgebacks stated they were less than 10. Was the data wrong? Or did it screw us? It's not the data that's wrong. Colonel, you're safe. Is he safe? Form up. Gamma and Delta, pull back and find cover. After our power armor assault team move up. Let everyone know. You're facing the latest prototype unmanned power armor. Things escalated quickly. Third one. Walls of the room block all screams, but the explosion can be clearly seen on the monitors. Polyak does not look at the screen. Her eyes have not left the book since the first phase stepped into the trap. She swings her tail back and forth in boredom, pressing one button after another, directing the show happening not far from her. Where are you going? To fulfill my final wish. Seeking out to meet someone again? You'll die out there, and I won't be there to save you. Don't croak before the work is done. Otherwise, you can take it from me. It's not ready for activation yet. Only an ugly death awaits if you rush it. I know, I've heard that enough times. Take it as words of wisdom from a dying man. You're too young to be showing the madness of the feeding end. Time does not treat us fairly. Go, old man, until your last dream before death carries you away. Good night. As for me, it's time for me to deal with my last problem. Polak puts down the book and took something from the pile of books with her tail. A metal hat. Looks lightly at the hat and sees the white vapor pass through the metal shell and dissipate into thin air without going anywhere. It's not every day that you get to see Melander agents work with commandos. Are you really sure you don't want to come back from the dead, my dear old employee? I miss the best parts. He will come back, for sure. Who's the enemy? Everybody's the enemy, that's the secret. Only someone with the internal access codes can disable all of Melander's eyes at the same time. Curious. Control has someone from Melander with her? An elite Melander agent, code name Polyak. She took over the task of monitoring Kristen for me. I wasn't sure she had turned Vader until now. Polyak? Yesterday. Polyak means yesterday. It's unknown whether it's her code name or the one she was born with. Kristen brought her to Vinelab 1 year ago, saying she was Vinelab's new biology consultant. Looked into her background, but found nothing. Melander had concealed most of her files, of course, but it wasn't much of a problem for me. Not even Melander knows about her past. It's like she popped into the world yesterday. The knowledge, the powers, her arts, none of them have anything to do with modern technology. Have you ever heard the legend from the days when the world was just a barren land? Just 1 second, I should admit that I'm gonna be late to something I said I would show up for. She is slippery. She is Phidia. She rides with the wind and dances with the stars. Huh, interesting. She's the last elder still blessed by the heavens. Forward. Forward! See information. Cover the others. Wait up in the sky. Hostile approaching. Hey game! Energy beam. Wait, how could this be? One fire. Our weapon's being attacked? No, the weapon's fine. It's the sky that's being affected. Unknown energy interference in the area. Ah. A great force takes hold of him. Even in his metal armor, the soldier feels frail and helpless, like a naked infant. He waves his limbs futilely, but he could not control his body or the exoskeleton wrapped around it. He is flung like a plastic toy, smashing into another power armor. Silver green shadows leave the shattered armor. The silhouette approaches slowly in the smoke. G212 Alpha 13, abandoning exoskeleton. Hostile contact. Is the support requested? How many hostiles? 1? The chosen one, baby. 1. I'm afraid I'm the only one you're facing. You need time to surrender. It's still not over? We're almost there. That's the hideout Kristen prepared for Loken. I thought the end of the passage would look normal. Where did you get your info, Muleseye? I befriended a straightforward engineer. You smelled better. Kristen hasn't changed. They could throw her into the garbage dump when she's in the middle of an experiment. She wouldn't care one bit. Did you know that Xavier and I picked all her clothes? Even Xavier is more concerned about fashion than she is, and... Did the army find the place? That we don't have time. Time for what? Doctor, Loken is a convict with a few hundred years of his sentence. You want to take Osmontes to see him? Then you have to beat them to it. How do you plan to explain to the military if they find us together? Osmontes? What's with the kitten? Is she thinking about something? There's something interfering with her thoughts. Keep an eye on her, Doctor. We need to find a way in. Maybe I can use my water to get in through the vents, then hack the door circuits. No need to look... Yeah, no need to look, Muleseye. This is... Loken's lab. Loken. I remember this place. It's not in my memory. I've been in this corridor, but my eyes, ears, mouth, emotions, the trauma is still lingering. All tell me that I've walked a path like it. Welcome home, child. Welcome to the court that I prepared for you. I'm free. Yippee! I'm gonna just end it. I assume Okay, I'm starting to think we're not gonna finish Lohnfehl this week, especially since tomorrow. I mean, I do want to also stream some Arknights tomorrow. We're gonna start with streaming Say the Spire at like 2. And I'm probably gonna take a break. And then I will poll, and then I will see. Maybe I do just the event stages, but the normal stages are boring, or maybe do more of this. But yeah, maybe latest we finish it next week, and then we can start with chapter 15. Something like that would be neat. But yes, thanks for watching. I will be gone now. Bye bye internet.